Hi there, and welcome to today's devotional. My name is Tim Armstrong, and today I want to talk about God's role in your assignment and continuing to say yes to Him throughout the course of your assignment, even when you don't understand it. One of the best stories we see in the Bible of somebody going through their assignment, following it through the end, is in Nehemiah. And in chapter 6 specifically, when he continues to face opposition to rebuilding the wall of Jerusalem, I think there's a couple of good statements in scripture that he makes that really just shows he knew he was doing something greater. He had an assignment from God and he was being met with opposition, but he knew he was going to have to continue to fight and do great work. So if we look at verse 3, this is when his enemies send him a message. He replies, I'm engaged in gate work, so I can't come. Why should I stop working to come meet with you? He knew his enemies were trying to trap him, but then they kept sending him the same message over and over again. And then it got to the point where they had sent him something about a story they had heard, which Nehemiah knew wasn't true. So in verse 8 and 9, he replies to them by saying, "There is no truth in any part of your story. You are making up the whole thing. They are just trying to intimidate us, imagining they could discourage us and stop the work." So I continued the work with even greater determination. And the chapter ends by talking about the work being completed. And looking at verse 16, it says, "When our enemies and the surrounding nations heard about it, they were frightened and humiliated. They realized this work had been done with the help of our God." So continue to say yes in the assignment that God's given to you, even if you don't understand it. And this is something that I'm currently walking out right now. Certain things don't make sense to me, but I'm remaining obedient, and you should remain obedient too in the assignment, because what you are working on is something that's greater than you. What we're doing and what we're overcoming in this assignment, in our challenges, is to give God the glory. It's not for our own glory, and people need to see God's goodness move. They need to hear your testimony. So just continue to lean into God. Continue to ask for Him for strength when you feel the opposition coming on, when you feel those spiritual attacks. And just know that the work that you're doing is meant to glorify God. So I want to leave you with this question: is ask God, where are you in the journey? And if you haven't heard Him clearly, is reiterate the last thing that He said to you and keep working on that until you get a new word. So I hope you guys enjoyed this devotional. As always, if you have prayer, please visit the project's website, link in the description, and submit your prayers to us. Robert and I would love to be lifting you guys up. With that being said, thank you for stopping by, and God bless.